Welcome back to the James McGee Show. I am your host. I am James McGee. Let's jump into a video to start this morning off.
If you don't know, now you know.
They haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know.
And if
One more time.
now you know. And if you don't know, now you know.
They haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
I don't know about you, but I cannot get enough of watching these videos. Marco Rubio and I were both born in 1971, and both will be 55 this year. Actually, I think a week from today, week from tomorrow, I'll be 55. I can't get enough of these. That's the era we grew up in now. Here's the mystery. Here's the debate. Was Marco Rubio intentionally quoting Biggie Smalls? Was he? Or did he just say it and we made the comparison? I don't know, man. I'm looking. I keep looking at him. I keep looking at him doing it. I think he was saying something. I think he was quoting Biggie. I think he really was quoting Biggie Smalls. I think he was, man. And if he was, what a fucking savage. What a savage. Proud of Marco Rubio. So that felt like this morning, what a great video to start with. But, so I do from the beginning, I stood with President Trump. Let me tell you why. Because when it comes to military action, when it comes to America first and America only, I trust Donald Trump. I'm so sick of hearing, because look, the Democrats, their playbook is very, very small. It's never changes, it's very predictable. And they just tried to patronize on, they tried to target just everyday people like me and you. And it doesn't work on most of us, on conservatives, but of course it works on the liberals, but they're irrelevant anyway. So their big thing is always trying to take care of his billionaire friends, about the oil, about this, about that. Look, let me tell y'all what. I'm gonna dispel that from the beginning. All this, Donald Trump's trying to take care of his billionaire friends and try to put money in his pocket, that's all bullshit. Donald Trump has enough money. He does very well. So on the billionaire friend thing, how can anybody say that when his best billionaire friend was who? I think they're getting kind of back together. Nothing brings people back together or together over a common enemy. The liberals. Elon Musk was his best billionaire friend, the richest man in the world. And the real reason why they fell out was because Donald Trump went against him on the tax breaks on electric vehicles. So if he was trying to put money, if his goal as president is what his main goal as president is to take care of his billionaire friends, he would have took care of Elon Musk first. And he didn't. And they fell out over it. So to all the liberals, all the Democrats, all the ones saying that, man, just go back to your playbook and find something else, because that doesn't fly. But like I said, I supported it from the beginning, but I don't say a lot because I want to see how things unfold. I don't want to dive into it real deep from the beginning. I'm always cautious. I'm going to say, hey, as it stands right now, the way I'm looking at it from this viewpoint is I is I support it, but I want to do my homework on it. I want to really research it and see how things unfold. So that's what I did. And as I get more into it, I am more supportive for several reasons. And that's what my purpose of today's show is about. So the best video to start with on this and to really dive into it, who gives the best perspective, is Pennsylvania Senator, Democrat, John Fetterman.
All Democrats years ago wanted to eliminate him, and why have a bounty of $25 million if we didn't want him gone? Why would you do these things if you weren't willing to actually do something other than harsh language? Let's remember, 8 million Venezuelan were displaced and mass chaos, and now they were shipping drugs to our nation as well too. So for me, it's like, why as a Democrat, we can't just acknowledge that it was successful. Remember,
I don't see a stronger statement or a stronger argument. That said a lot in this video. Number one, what it says is nothing Donald Trump does is going to be recognized as positive by most Democrats. John Fetterman, he's a different guy. He is one that does unpopular things in his party. He's kind of like the John Massey of the Republican Party, which I think John Massey is a straight up clown. But Tom Massey, not John Massey. But Fetterman, man, he gets it. He makes good points. So I don't think what has been talked about enough is the Democrats for years on what their stance has been on Maduro. So how many people really remember, let's talk about the bounty. How many people remember that the bounty was put a $25 million and from what I understand, Joe Biden, before he left office, raised it to $50 million. Okay, so what was this bounty about? To me, a bounty is to kill somebody. So the United States had a bounty for somebody if somebody went and killed him, or somebody went and got him for us. We were going to give somebody $50 million. Then that was promoted by the Democrats. I mean, do you not believe that the Democrats have been the one advocating against Maduro, advocating that he needs to, for this? If anybody was talking about a regime change, and I don't believe, a regime change in an incident like this is a byproduct. It is a bonus that the people of Venezuela get to now run their country like they should have been able to. So we'll go back, before we do this next video, let's go back to the first video. If you don't know, now you know. So let me tell you what that means to me. What it means to, what it should mean to you. If you don't know that you should not be fucking with the United States of America, threatening us, now you know. Now you know we are not the one. See, what happens, what has happened, and why Donald Trump takes the heat, is because Donald Trump has big balls. And Donald Trump will drop those big balls on whoever the fuck needs it. And he dropped it on Venezuela because they've been fucking around with us and fucking with us for years and years and years. These narco terrorists have been fucking with us, and you'll see in the next video, for years and years and years. And people like Joe Biden has said that we need to take them out. People like Joe Biden has said that Maduro is a threat. He's a bad guy, and he has got to be taken out. If you don't believe me, let's just let's watch him say it with his fucking mask on.
We should be leading the international effort to confront the massive humanitarian crisis in Venezuela. Maduro, who I've met, is a dictator, plain and simple, and he's causing incredible suffering among the Venezuelan people to maintain his grip on power. The Venezuelan people need our support to recover their democracy and rebuild their country. Those leaders continue to oppress the rights of their people.
So this was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Joe Biden said, we've got to get him out. He's got to go. Now, what Joe Biden was promoting was a regime change to do it on behalf of the Venezuelan people. Like I said, I think it's a byproduct of what President Trump did. He's a narco-terrorist. See, what happens is these cartels in these small countries like that, they get all the power. They have all the money. They create all the power, and then they become the leaders because what they do. I mean, this is, you know, it's hard for Americans to imagine that because we don't have that in this country. You know what they do? They just go kill the opposition. The cartels, they either kill them, threaten them, kidnap them, kill their families. This is a whole different world that we don't know. And I hope we never know this world. But this world is there. And that's how people like Maduro become the leaders of countries like that. And now they become a threat to America. Pointed out Sunday night, if you haven't watched my Sunday night show with Dexter Pitts, man, you got to watch that. We really dove deep into this. And one thing we talked about was geography. Do y'all realize how close Venezuela is? From my house in Southwest Louisiana, it's about a 3-hour plane ride. 3-hour plane ride. So how close is it to places like Miami on a boat? I mean, come on. This is what we have to stop and realize. That the threat is against America. And he keeps, you know, he's mouthing off, he's taunting us. And look, some people are saying that because he imitated Trump's dance. I don't give a fuck why Trump did it. I don't care. I don't care. He felt like, I trust him. He felt like it was a threat. We were under threat. And it's time for us to quit being, why are we being bullied by third world countries and illegitimate leaders? You go and you fucking take them out. So if we didn't think that, why did the Democrats have a $50 million bounty on him? Can you explain that? But here's the other point. The narco-terrorists, we've been getting criticized. Trump's been getting criticized about how we're handling the narco-terrorists, right? So we need to due process. Keep hearing, now we're about due process. Oh, we shouldn't be bombing these boats. We should be arresting them and seizing the drugs and all that. Really? Well, before I go further, let's see what your president, your guy, what did he have to say in 1989? 1989, this is what this clown senator had to say.
Own soil. Let's go after the drug lords where they live with an international strike force. There must be no safe haven for these narco terrorists, and they must know it. For the first time, we are fighting
1989. What's that? 37 years ago? 37 years ago, Senator Joe Biden, which he accomplished much as a senator as he did as a president. And we're doing it. But now they say that the drug traffickers, the narco terrorists, need due process. So what did we do? Good morning, Britt. So what did we do? We gave Maduro due process. We went in and did an operation that is absolutely unbelievable. And extracted him, arrested him on a warrant, him and his wife, and they get due process. So which one is it, Democrats? We didn't go in and kill him. Now, so there were some casualties on the other side. Just that's part of warrant service. It's a part of military action. Before I get to Mama Luke of the day, I want to cover this. You know, often we, my generation, which is Generation X, we like to bash other generations. They're lazy and they're weak. And you know, there's a lot of argument for that. There's a lot of solid argument for that. With people identifying as cats and litter boxes and all that. What the fuck are we doing here? But what we have to recognize is when we have operations like this, and I may get deeper into that tomorrow, what it takes to pull off an operation. Number one, if nothing else, it was time for the world to see, if you fuck with us, we're going to wipe you off the fucking planet. And not only are we, that words we can, we showed we have the force to do it. So quit fucking with us. But my main point is, you know, the youngest man on that mission is 20 years old. Good morning, Tyler. Was 20 years old. A 20-year-old man went in and completed this, one of the toughest missions in the history of the military. Generation Z. Now, here's what I'm proud of too. The oldest man on this mission, 49 years old. 49 years old. Generation X. My generation. I have never been more proud to be an American than I am today of what we can still are capable of. Probably cover more into that tomorrow. But let's go to Mama Luke of the day. Mama Luke of the day is Joe Biden. Is there a bigger Mama Luke on the face of the earth? Joe Biden as senator did nothing. Showed this in 1989. He talking shit. As president, he talked shit when you could understand him. And he did nothing. So now we have a president of action. A president who doesn't talk. He says, hey, this is what I'm going to do. He's giving you a warning. If you do this, I'm going to do this. And when you do this, he does that. How can you fucking argue? That's the type of president we need. Joe Biden, you did nothing. Because you are a Mama Luke. Tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Remember, until then, nobody's coming to save you, and the world does not give a